Hey, it's your boy, Talking Hooked Intentions. So we are talking about today, Kamen Rider Revice. We're on episode 23 now, I think. Pretty sure, 23, yeah. Um, and again, another amazing episode, leading off of last week's episode. If you didn't see that one, go ahead, I'll give you a few seconds here to stop the video, go back and watch that review or watch that episode, and then I'll start talking about spoilers. Okay, anyway, um, uh, yeah, so last week's episode left off with the, um, rolling V stamp that allows Vice to take control and they get the Jaku Vice, Jacked Vice form. Beautiful suit, beautiful debut. The power is out of this world. It's not really, to me, a berserker form because Vice seems to be still in control, which is good, which makes me happy. We don't need to have a berserker form, in my opinion. They're cool, but they're kind of overdone, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, so we found out now that now it's flipped, and Vice is the one physical, and Ikki is the one that's all floating around like a spirit. And actually, Karazaki, George takes the rolling stamp from him to look at it, and he says somebody must be like really intelligent with really good technical know how to make this. He wants to take Vice into custody, and Vice makes it look like he's going to regress to his old ways of wanting to eat people and be murderous and evil and blah blah blah. No, he was just trying to get Ikki out of there. We find that out later, but so that's happening. At the same time, um, uh, what's her name? Sakura meets back up with Aguilera and Oteka, and she tries to figure out from Aguilera why she just threw away Julio. Come to find out, Aguilera in a way wanted to protect Julio, knowing that now he was human, he was weak, and that he could be hurt. And so she was trying to be mean to him and push him away to keep him safe. So that shows me that perhaps she'll sort of redeem. I don't know if she'll redeem. If she does, maybe she'll be a rider. I don't know. Um, but I do like that little tidbit about that. We also get Oteka using the Demon's Driver again. Makes me angry every time I see it because I hate Oteka, and he's so good at using it and looks so cool. But I hate Oteka for what he did to my boy Hiromi. Allegedly, we don't know what happened to Hiromi. Um, and while this is going on, we get a really fun montage of Vice going all over the city and doing fun things. Basically, it's pretty much flipping the trope on its head of a Berserker form episode because he's in control, yes, but he's just having fun in Ikki's body. But Daiji and Sakura find him and bring him. They hold him and they bring him to a certain spot, talk to him, and they're like, "You're trying to keep him safe, aren't you?" He's like, "You got me." And first he's like, "Look at my big teeth. I'm gonna, maybe you two are the first ones to find out. Maybe I should just eat you now. Look at my teeth. Aren't you scared?" And they're like, he's like, "You could have been a little scared." Basically tells them that he thought that George was a little scary when he said to bring Vice in and experiment on him. And with everything going on with Hiromi, he knew his demon instinct told him to keep Ikki safe. So I like that connection they're starting to form between the two. Again, Vice did start off a little much at the beginning of the show. I wasn't as put off by him as a character. Clearly, screw the voice actor. But he's gotten a lot better, and I think they're really doing a good job of showing how well in sync they are and how much they care about each other. Um, but yeah, so we find that out, and it was a secret plan to keep Ikki safe. And then Ikki's like, "Oh wait, Vice, we still have to protect the comedy duo." He goes, "Hey Vice, remember the B plot?" So we have the whole plot with them. They're not going to perform because they're scared, and blah blah blah. And surprise, surprise, the like fangirly type girl that was part of their little entourage, Mayu or something like that. She's the one that somehow had the two stamps. I don't know who gave them to her. Nobody knows yet. And stamped herself with two stamps at the same time and made those dead mans that were attacking, the mammoth one and the shark one. Or actually, it's a elephant and shark now instead of megalodon and mammoth. It's just a remold repaint. I hope we don't keep getting those. It's getting to be a little much. Like, I'd like to just see new stamps instead of a repaint or a remold, you know. But we get Sakura clearly was fighting what's her name? Aguilera in her Queen Bee form, Oteka fighting live, and we get a fun scene in that because at one point he knocks them both out of transformation and he's about to attack Sakura, and here comes Kagero. He swapped over and saved Sakura, and he said, "If you kill her, I can't have any more of her curry." So he transforms and he fights. He nearly defeats Oteka, or at least, kind of stalemates him a little bit. So that was good. So that was a really funny scene. I hope there's some way that they're able to maybe separate out Daiji from Kagero, so and then maybe even give him another two-side driver so that he can just transform himself into the evil suit, because I do like the evil suit myself, especially because they're apparently getting an upgrade soon. Um, so anyway, eventually Oteka and what's her name, buzz off basically, and Vice comes through and transforms for the first time by himself, puts the driver on and transforms. Which somebody made an interesting note. You know how now whenever we see anything with Deno and any crossover stuff or whatever, it's just Momotaros and he transforms into Deno. I think we might get that with Revice eventually if Ikki's actor for some reason can't come back or gets too popular and isn't able to or whatever. I think we'll just have somebody in the Vice suit with Vice's voice actor just transforming on his own. Um, but we'll see exactly what they do with that. I mean, they don't have to, but it's just a possibility. But yes, we get Vice transforming for the first time by himself. Pretty cool to see that. Defeats the two dead man monsters, and they're trying to figure out what happened still. Um, and so after that, we finally get some more revelation on Sakura goes back to the weekend people and wants to know what's going on, who's their boss, whatever. They actually came to the bathhouse, and it was really awkward because she knows who they are and her parents don't, and Genta, the dad's being all weird about it and something like that. Um, and come to find out, the person who's leader of it is also a Karazaki. So the one guy that gave the rolling V stamp to Vice, to Ikki and Vice, said it was from Karazaki-san. I think he meant Karazaki's dad. I feel like Karazaki's dad is the leader of this group. I don't know if he's evil, but I know he's probably the leader of this group. Um, so yeah, and then it ends with the episode of him and Ikki, now that they've helped with the comedy duo, trying to figure out how to fix each other. What's going on with the flip situation here. Next week's episode preview shows them. Uh, Basically, he's like, "You want to make a new contract with me, Vice?" And it shows like Vice possessing his body, which is weird. So I don't know what they're doing with that. But just interesting to see what they're doing with the storyline. And George gets captured too. So overall, it was a pretty good episode. I liked it. Again, doing a really good job of pulling off from the last episode and still continuing the story. Not that Ryder struggles with that, but it's just nice to have that good continuous pace. Um, and overall, it was really good. I liked the fight scenes. I really liked the comedy was really good in this one with Kagro showing up and stuff with Vice playing taiko drums and a bunch of other stuff, just being goofy, being himself. Um, and I like the revelation that the leader of this other third splinter group that's besides Phoenix, the Dead Man's, and now there's the Weekend. We have their leader, and that he's related to George in some way. So I think that's really cool. Um, there was some grain of salt thing that came out. I want to talk about this a little bit. That apparently, um, Gifu is supposed to revive soon as just a demon, not as a rider, which just makes me happy. Please, I don't need more evil riders. Violence becoming evil riders thing. It's okay. I can have a few, but just stop. Um, so that, and then something about Aguilera eventually getting her own driver and transforming and fighting Sakura. And then something about the possibility that Genta is Gifu's original human form, and they've been separated, and he's lost his memories, and that's why his children, clearly Sakura, Ikki, and Daiji, are all able to transform, is because they have some bit of them within them, so it makes it easier for transformation. So interesting if that comes true. I don't know if that's exactly what's going on with Genta. It's all speculation and hearsay as of now, but still pretty interesting nonetheless. Um, Overall, I'd probably give the episode a strong 9 out of 10. I would say not a full 10 out of 10, just because I wish I wanted a little bit more push on the story. It was there, but a bit more would have probably made it a stronger episode, but still a fine episode on its own. Um, but yeah, it was a really good, really entertaining episode this week. Um, so coming up soon, I will be recording today my review for Zenkaiger episode 48. We are getting 49 episodes. I'll just say that, and we'll get to that. um, and I'm hoping pretty soon I'll have some of my other stuff. Like I said, I'm still waiting on my Demons driver and my Forza driver, the Legend series makeover, whatever Legend makeover series version. And a few other little things here and there. And I probably will do a review. I got my rolling V stamp, so I'll probably do a Tokoto review on that as well. But yeah, so I hope you guys really enjoyed today's review. Let me know what you guys think of the episode below. Did you like today's episode? Did you not like it? Were you in the middle? What did you think of seeing Vice transform for the first time? Him be a goof on his own, doing things like a little human? And what do you think of this revelation about the leader of Weekend and it being related to George in some way? But let me know what you guys think. And again, thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff, watching, sharing. I really appreciate it. It means a lot and increases engagement and all that. If you guys have other ideas of other shows or content you'd like me to possibly review or talk about, I would be more than happy to do so. Um, I definitely am gonna, once Zenkaiger is done, I'll be definitely jumping right into reviewing Don Brothers clearly as well. Um, and any other things that come up that I deem, worthy of being on the channel and entertaining. Still working out some of the kinks and stuff and how we're going to pull things together for the podcast idea I've come up with. Don't know if it's going to be its own separate channel or if I'll just host the videos here for now for a while and then put them on its own channel. Not exactly sure. There'll probably be also a little break in content because pretty soon we'll have be moving into our new house, and we'll also be without internet for a little bit. We have to get that set back up, but I will try my best to get out as many videos as I can before that, and then clearly in that time I'll try to record and then put those up as soon as I get internet back. But thank you guys so much for watching the episode. I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you very so much for subscribing. But until next time, stay hooked on Henshins. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.